Hey guys, this is Maduba John from MJC Designs. Welcome to today's video tutorial. Today, I'm here to show you how I created this particular column. Yes, this decorative column for an interior design. I'm going to show you a rendered view of this particular where I used this column. So I posted this work and I got a lot of questions on how I was able to model this particular column. Right? You can see that there's the difference in terms of the base and the top, and then we have the good tape right there, like so. So I was asked, how did you come up with this? This is the purpose of this video. Now let's jump right into it. First off, we have a lot of work here, but I want to create it here. Okay, so we'll be close to what we're doing. So let's model our new column here. All you need to do is go to the column, click the column, right? Make sure it is normal column, right? Go to the settings and choose the width of the column you want to use. We actually used 450 and 270. This is the size of the column we used, and then the base was actually 15. We can check to confirm. Let's just keep this column right here. Go back to the 3D and confirm it. 12 rather, but we can use 15. Okay, so we are also going to do this one, but that's after we are done with this. Now let's go back to our plan. So we started with your column and we are going to take this to complex profile, right? And then go to this, change it to complex profile so that we'll be able to edit this column, right? Then you right click, make sure the column is selected, right click and edit selected composite profile. Now it will take us to the complex profile manager where we can edit this profile, right? You can always save before you start editing or save after you start editing. Now we are going to just start editing with our fill, add our fill to and create a box like so. Now this box we are going to make it 30 width and then 10 height, so 30 by 10. Okay, now the thing is, we'll shift this back a little so that we can bring this here. Okay, and then change it to curve. Or we undo. So we want the curve to end here, so we just use our line to get that part right there. So bring this back again and then change it to curve. When you click the face, the point palette to appear, you just click this and okay. Then we can always bring this back. The reason we brought this back so that we don't, when we take it down to this point, it doesn't disappear. Take it down again. Then all we need to do is delete the line we just created and duplicate this. Now we know that this from here to here is 30. You can always multiplicate it and multiply it, rather change this to 30, spread, drag, right, and spread. So we just go like so. Now you see why we use 270, okay, and why we use 30. So 270 divided by 30 will give you this amount right here. Do the same thing by the side. Rotate a copy by clicking Ctrl E, Ctrl, right? It works for it. And then archicad we say Ctrl Shift E. When you press Ctrl Shift E, it gives you you rotate a copy, as you can see. Same thing with Ctrl E, Ctrl, you rotate a copy. So whichever command you want to use. This Ctrl E, Ctrl is what I was taught with, and then Ctrl Shift E is from archicad. So I'll prefer you go with whichever is easy for you to the command, the combination that is easy for you to press. It's easy for me to use Control E, Control W, Control D, Control M, Control. It works the same thing. Okay. So this right here, I'm going to also do the same, multiply, just like so, ends at the appropriate dimension. It's actually good to work with your dimension. And then I'm going to mirror a copy. The same thing here. Now we have successfully created this. As you can see, the dimension increased 29 and 290 and 470. Now that's fine. We can always save as the base. Okay, base column. Just leave it like that. All right. So let's say okay, apply to what we have there before. So now that's it. This is it. Let's see the 3D, what it looks like. Okay, this is it, right? This is it actually. So we are going to change, go back to our settings, go back to edit complex profile and change the material to something nice. Just select everything. Let's select the entire field only. As what material we using? Let me just use this one right there and press save. As you can see, right, this is how we created the base. Alright, so we are going to also create the top. Go here, select the column and click here right there. So we have the settings already activated, which is the measurement. So in this aspect we have a different measurement, which is sorry, it was increased by 20, that is 49, 470 and 4 and 290. Okay, so the remaining height I don't know. Let's check our existing 3D to see the height we used before. So we are going to use, let's say 1.6 for the height. That's fine. So we need to chamfer this part. We can't chamfer this just like this. You can't do this on a column. The only way you can do it is converting to complex profile, and then you should be able to edit by click on it and click edit. So we should be able to chamfer these edges by clicking the edges, and you can chamfer with any number you want, then use fillet so that you have a curved. It's not curved enough, we can go back, undo and click it again. Let's use 20, apply to all corners. Is it curved enough? Yes, no, it's not curved enough. Let's use 25. Apply. Okay, I think this is fair enough. Yeah, it's fair enough. I think it is fair enough. So we just save top column. Just leave it like that. Okay, and let's change the material. We had dark, and let's use a lighter shade for this one. Okay, let's use this page. Save and apply. Alright. Okay, good. So we take it to the top of this. Alright, and take to this point also so that you get the actual, and then increase the height to raise it up by 1.5. Let's view this. Now that's it right there. That is it right there. So as you can see, we still need some other things to do by creating a segment, right? Segment for this column. We have 4 segments on the existing for this column. Show you the 3D. You can see we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the 4th one. This top one, right? The 4th one. So we have to create it from the column. Now let's go to the settings of this column and start creating. So this is it, and the segment we are going to check here to activate the segment. Now we have 4 segments. That means we are adding 3 more. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Now the thing is, this segment are divided by percentage, or you can change it to the height of what you want. So it's easy for me to work with height or percentage, anyone I want, but it's easy for me to know exactly what I want with the height. So now the base is actually a very small height, and we give it 50 and see what we have. It's quite small. Make it 100. I think 100 is fine, but we can still make it 75. 75 is good too. So now, what is the purpose of this right here I was emphasizing on is to reduce the width. Okay, we can just reduce it by say 440, and then we are going to remove 30 from here, then give it 40. So we are done with that. This base, this top right here is going to be quite big, so let's reduce this top one first. We are going to do the same thing here, and are going to use 100. Let's give it something. So this is changing to change it to 100. It was the percentage that changed at first. Change it to 100, and then okay, I think this is fine. This is the original. I think it has exceeded a bit. I did a mistake. This is supposed to be 270, I think. One is supposed to be 270. I think this is supposed to be 70, and this is supposed to be 90. Right? Yes. Yes. Okay. Now that's remained the same. And then this one right here, the second one, we are supposed to make it 75 also, and then reduce by 20. And you reduce by 20 to give you what? 70. This one will give you 50. That's what we're supposed to do for that. This is a mistake here. 70. Okay. Okay. So this remains the same, right? Now we can see that they are still the same texture. So we are going to change this one here to gold. Activate this and change it to gold. Pick your gold link. That's fine. And the bottom, activate this, change it to gold and link, so everything will be good. So I think we have successfully created this segment, so and that's fine. So just click OK. As you can see, now for the base, it's just you're going to use the base sketching or the cornice, okay, at the top like this. This one is just complex profile. Alright, something we can easily create. So we have successfully created this. As you know, this is a different column, this is a different column. Yeah, that's the technique to create it. As for me, that's the technique I use to create it. I don't know if there's any other techniques to use as regards this particular design, right? But for me, this is how I am able to create it. There is no other way I think I will be able to create it easily apart from this technique. And then I'm going to go back to this to create the top and the base sketching or cornice, whatever you call it. So we are going to, this time you can just go to option and go to complex profile and create a new profile. Just click new and top, just you say sketching or cornice, right? Let's use cornice 1, and then we can draw our stuff like so. So just draw a box rectangle first. The height can be 100 or 150 or 120. Let's use 120, and the width can be 75. You have to rotate. Okay, so it's important to start giving it a shape like so. Okay, so let's see that, so that we can actually know what we are doing. I want it to be the same. As you can see, it's not slanted, it's straight. So, and it has some gold tape like so. So all we are going to do is take this back a bit. So this was like this, and let's give it a node so that we can bend this like this, right? Shift it a little bit and take this up. Okay, and we actually need to give that tape right there, that tape effect. Right, so I'm going to just draw a new shape. Let's say, let's just give it this. This is fine. Take it here and take it up. So delete, cut, click the face, and this pet palette will appear. Click this, and so we can subtract the same thing here. Okay, let's see if there is another detail to add. Okay, there is no details, but it's actually recessed. Just take a recess. So we can change that to good. This is going to be, let's say, page. Now that's fine. Good, just save. And we can use beam or wall. Just activate both of them in case of you are confused on what to do. Let's chamfer this piece a little bit. Let's chamfer a little bit by 10. No, stick it out a bit. This is fine. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to copy this. But save. Copy it. Just select and Ctrl C on your keyboard, and we are going to duplicate it. Right, it will give us duplicate profile, give us another name. We can just change it to cornice 2. So I want to just create both of them, the base and the top cornice, and just rotate. or mirror, control M. Yeah, this is it. So we can also do like a combination. We can add the top and the base at once. That if you have a particular height you want to work with, you can just mirror a copy like this. Control M, control or control shift. So take it up to that height. Do you understand? Take it up to the height you want, like this, so that when you draw the profile, it just draws from base to top. It's as easy as that, right? We can do that. I'm going to save this as a third one, right? Duplicate, don't save. This is as a third one. So we see what we are doing now. Let's take this line to get the measurement, the height. It was 15 and 16, that is 3,100 for both the base height and the so I'm going to take it up like so. It will end here. Okay, now this is one profile. This is one profile, and I'm going to save it for this purpose. So let's see this one. This is single. This is single. Oh, we didn't. Did we? We didn't mirror. This didn't mirror. Just mirror it. Mirror and save. So for the cornice 2, that's it. For the cornice 1 is like this, and for the cornice 3 is double. Alright, make sure this is activated and just close. I'm going to draw it here now. Now go to your design, go to wall and change this to complex profile. Go to your custom and select the shape you want. Let's use the first one. That's for the top. As you can see where I'm starting from, that's the point right there. Take it around like so. Let's go to the grid. Let's see whether it's showing. Now that's it right there. It's not showing on the plan because of a certain setting. You can always adjust it. Go back to the settings and go to show only here and probably change this to this point. Let's see if it will show. If it doesn't, we change the settings again. As you can see, it's showing. So that's how to make it show. So this we have created for the base, and we are going to drag a copy down. Haven't selected this, all you need to do is just change it to the second profile. It's that easy. Now this, we have successfully created this column. Now guys, you can always group it and multiply to wherever you want, or you can convert this to an object, but it doesn't make sense to convert it to an object. It's always good to have it separate like this, but the best thing is to group it so that you can always pick it and make a copy in your scene. And then let's try the third one we used. I'm going to take this and select this and select on floor plan, move it out. Okay, let's use the third one. Let's see how smooth it would be. Just select and select. Okay, now that's it right there. think there's a problem here. Well, we can always delete it. So just drag it down. Okay, I think there is a few here. That's what is giving us that. You can see whichever you want. This one right here, we have to drag it up a bit. So all you need to do is suspend the group, right, so that you can edit. Because if it is not suspended, you can't edit it, right? You can't edit it. So suspend the group and click one and go back, click one, so you can edit it. I think something is here. Look at it here. That's the code. Delete. Let's see if we actually have that code here. It's not here. Okay, that's that code there. Let's move it. Let's see if we have the code here. Okay, we have it there. So we are taking this up by 100. Control D by 100 and then save. Trying to correct it and apply. So as you can see, we can use double or we can use single. All depends on what you want. The most important thing is you have arrived at the answer you want. So you can use different formulas. So this is how to create that complex column. We have on our 3D. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.